it's outside of what I think makes sense, but I just have a nagging feeling that it could happen. And I already mentioned it to you guys on the group text. DeAndre Hopkins.
Sure.
This fits the Ravens mold so perfectly to be able to get a guy who's a little late in his career, who's maybe coming off of a not great year and has the opportunity to be gotten undervalued. The team is in a total rebuild in basically every which way. I mean, you don't know what's going to be happening with Kyler. You just fired the head coach. Fired. I mean, we could say he resigned, but you fired the general manager. Everything's going crazy. And there are rumors that they might be willing to unload DeAndre Hopkins. Considering that he went there for, I think, a third and a fourth along with a player, I think there's every possibility that the Ravens are able to bring him in for maybe a third, maybe even if you had to go to a second. But I think that is an interesting play. And if you look at the history of the Ravens, they have a very long history. I was naming some of the players for you guys today. I mean, all the way back. But I mean, you can go, and when I say all the way back, I'm talking a Derek Mason, a Steve McNair, these guys, and then Eric Weddle and guys in more recent seasons as well. And, right now, Calais Campbell on the team, right, is another perfect example of that. And I just feel like that would be a real show of good faith to a Lamar to be able to say, okay, man, yes, we had to get the defense squared away, and we've done that. And we've gotten your offensive weapons signed, right? We got JK, we got Mark Andrews, and now we're going to bring in that last piece, that stud wide receiver, and we want you to be here for part of it and get signed to that. And I think that is, it all feels like it's lining up really well for the Ravens to be able to make a play for a DeAndre Hopkins. So early prediction, I don't know that it'll happen. I have no inside knowledge on this, but I just get a vibe that it fits their historic methodology for things.
I think bottom line to what you're saying, you guys do need a wide receiver, and he does fit that mold perfectly of someone that could come in and instantly be, play well for you guys for the next 3 to 4 years, right? But the key thing is there that Lamar needs a receiver. Duvernay, is that who you have right now? Who's probably the main receiver for you?
Bateman.
Well, yeah, we had Rashad Bateman, but he's been out with injury both years, so there's been issues there. But yeah, otherwise it would be Duvernay. Duvernay and Bateman are the two, and they drafted Rashad Bateman in the first round a couple of years ago, and he's just had some injury issues. Hollywood Brown was a 1,000-yard receiver.
I can't believe you guys let him go.
I was thrilled because
you wanted him gone?
Oh my goodness, I wanted him gone, and for a lot of reasons that we'd have to go into that at a different time. But separate from being a malcontent, and kind of an underachiever, it was one of those things where I don't think we would have re-signed him anyway. Not that we wouldn't have wanted to. I don't think it just would have worked out. And so I look at this and say, if we were able to trade a guy who we weren't going to be re-signing, and we got a first-round pick for him, that then we turned around and drafted the best center in the draft and the highest rated center, I think they said, in the last 10 years. And that rookie center was ranked the number 4 center in all of football for his run blocking this season, which again is very important if you're the Ravens. Then I look at it and I go, okay, yeah, I like that value. I like that move. Sure. But then if you can bring in a DeAndre, because DeAndre has a catch radius that's a very different thing than what a Hollywood Brown can offer you. Hollywood Brown's very undersized, and he disappeared oftentimes in games. Sure. DeAndre is very different. A big physical receiver, huge hands, long, wingspan, and can make plays. And Lamar, while he does have the ability to be a solid quarterback, he's not your pinpoint accuracy best guy in the world. You need a guy like a DeAndre Hopkins. So I think the physical presence, I think the skill set, it just feels like a good fit to me.
I like it.
So again, no prediction there. But I would say just watch out for it.